Good morning, good afternoon, wherever this video finds you. I hope it finds you well. Um, Thanks for showing up for my class today. I'm going to keep it really brief so we can get right into the yoga. But today's class is for health, for wellness, for a healthy mind, for a healthy body, whatever health means for you today. We're going to keep that in our minds and our intentions, and we're going to get started. Awesome. Taking it down to seated to begin with. Take it real easy on ourselves today because we love ourselves, and that's just how it is. So whatever leg that you would like on front, we will end up switching it so we get really even on both sides, which is my favorite. Start moving flesh away and start really connecting with the ground, sending your tailbone into the ground and working that energy up through your spine and out through your breastbone, out through the back of your head. Sit up nice and tall. Notice what your breath is doing. Don't try to change it just yet. Maybe closing your eyes or a soft gaze. Nothing too forced. Begin to arrive on your mat and just be here with me today. In this time that we have together, just let everything else go and connect with my energy today. And I will try to connect with yours as best that I can through camera, through Instagram, through YouTube. I wish we could be together, but try to connect with this time that you have for yourself. Sitting up nice and tall, start connecting to those breaths. The Ujjayi breath, the long inhale and exhale, maybe feeling it at the back of your throat. And as always, you'll probably hear it in my microphone, but it's probably a good thing. It might keep you a little grounded and help lengthen your breath out. But if your breaths aren't as long as mine are, or even if they are longer, that's totally your thing, and move with your breath wherever you are. Rising up, making sure we stick our tailbone into the ground. Don't let it come up while we start to circle. So inhale forward and exhale, think cat spine. So maybe even pull on the knees as you go back. Inhale, broadening through the chest, and exhale, sending it back, rolling the spine. Take it on your own pace, with your own movements. Hope you guys are all doing really well. Sometimes it's weird just talking to an empty room. That's okay. I keep myself pretty entertained. It's fine. And wherever you are, switch your legs and reverse the other way. So if you're going counterclockwise, now we're going counterclockwise. Did I say counterclockwise twice? Oh, guys, the weird stuff you think about when you're sitting in front of this camera. Inhale forward and exhale, curl the spine back, moving with your breath, nice and slowly, maybe even slowing it down a little bit. Taking a few more, taking your time, wherever you are, meeting me back in Sukhasana, easy seat, heart over pelvis. Now we can start moving our head and neck slowly back and forth, kind of like an arch motion rather than a circular motion around the back, because I really don't want us to open up too much through the throat. That can kind of be painful on some backs. So keep it forward, exhale, inhale to the side, exhale down, chest or chin to chest, inhale ear to shoulder, exhale down. Try bringing ear to shoulder rather than shoulder to ear. So trying to keep our shoulders down away from our back, or down, it's early for me, down away from your ears. And just rolling it out, feeling the opening through your chest, feel the opening through the back of the neck and the spine. Maybe closing your eyes if you don't need to use them right now. Focusing on your intention and focusing on your breath today. Finishing up wherever you are, coming back with your head over your heart. And start to begin moving your shoulders. Start to begin. That's such a phrase. One shoulder back at a time. And like I said before, you don't want to pull your shoulder to your ear, but you do now. So really finding that tension at the top. Maybe rolling both back together. Ooh. Feeling those shoulders open up, the spine open up. Maybe feeling a little tingly. I know I do. Whew. And then rolling the shoulders forward one at a time. I feel like I'm like a bad guy in a movie coming towards you. Ooh. And I'm rolling both the shoulders forward together. Really getting up in there, you guys. Really feeling these motions. Don't be afraid to get weird with it. I'm the only one anyone's seeing, and if I'm being this weird, feel free to do whatever you want to do. Stopping your motions. And switching legs again if you'd like, because I know that wasn't my dominant leg on top, and that feels weird sometimes. Sitting up and out of your sits bones, bringing energy out through your breastbone and out of the back of your head. Couple long inhales and exhales here. Maybe turning your palms up to receive some energy today. Start connecting with those core muscles, pulling the core muscles in, if your ribs are flaring out, try to pull those down and in as well, and you'll feel the activation of your low core. As we breathe in and out, try to keep that connection. Sending the crown up towards the ceiling and the tailbone down while still connecting to that core. Inhale, clasp your hands behind your back and send them down into the earth, trying to pull palms together, shoulders towards each other. Inhale to get tall. And exhale to shoot your hands down towards the ground, lowering the shoulder blades away from the ears. Feel how tall this makes you. Feel how grounded you feel. Every exhale, try to pull your shoulders a little closer together and open your heart. Release your hands and release your spine all the way down to the mat. So supine bent knees here, slowly with integrity, pressing the low back into the mat. Meeting me here with knees towards the ceiling. Walk your heels in just a little bit so they're about a palm print away from your butt. If you need to move them in or out, whatever feels comfortable to you when we go up into bridge, that is your life. Live your life. Got a froggy in my throat today. Pressing down through the hands and the forearms, we're going to start articulating, leading with our hips, pressing into our feet. Bridge pose for the first time today. Maybe we may take some movement here. Maybe clasping your hands underneath of you and pulling your shoulders together like we did seated. Inhale to push through the feet, sending the hips up. Exhale, slowly lower back down, releasing the arms. Taking some windshield wiper legs if you need to. Setting back up for bridge. Feet about hips distance apart. Heels in towards your butt. Push up. Push through your feet, making sure your feet are not lifting. Maybe clasping your hands underneath of you to send your chest up. A nice even rounding through the spine here. Pulling your knees towards each other, the inner thighs active. Exhale, set it back down, slowly, with intention. And windshield wipering the legs out, feeling the low back release. Setting back up for bridge. Inhale, push up. Exhale to stabilize and really curl the spine. Nice arch all the way through the back. Sending all the weight into the left foot, sending the right foot towards the back of the room. Really keep that lift here. Exhale, start to pulse down, bringing your right leg up and down, being careful not to collapse, but using the standing glute, using the lifted glute to lift and lower. Keep that spine nice and long. Inhale one more time. Hold at the top, pushing towards the back of the room with the heel. Exhale, release all the way down. Windshield wiper legs. How are we feeling so far? Didn't think I'd do that so early, did you? Just kidding. I hope you like it. Okay. Jeez, you guys. Hope this isn't a corona. My good. Sending our hips back up, setting ourselves back up for bridge, wiggling our shoulders underneath of us, trying to pull our palms together. Inhale that left leg up, sending all the weight into your right, really trying to shoot that heel towards the back of the room. Exhale, start to lower, using that glute. Inhale to push back up, strong legs, strong core. Exhale back. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale down. One more inhale. Lift and hold. Really squeezing the back of the leg, the glute. And exhale, lower all the way down. Windshield wiper legs. Awesome, you guys. If you made it that far, even if you didn't. Those are not easy, but thumbs up. Pulling our knees into our chest. Giving our low back a little massage. And then rocking and rolling along the spine. Take it easy. Take this motion nice and slowly to really feel the benefit. Or just like stay here for a second and just rock out your back. Oh, using the momentum to push you back and forth. Using your legs like a swing almost. Oh, feels so good on my back, you guys. And whenever you're done playing around, I guess I am, coming all the way up, back to seated, and rolling to tabletop. Finding our firm foundation. If you need a blanket underneath of your knees for some cushion, please do so. Just, okay. Tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Finding our strong foundation here before we start moving. Coming into some cow-cats. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your heart through. Crown of the head goes towards the ceiling. Exhale, reverse that motion, starting with the tailbone, spine, upper back, head and neck. Pushing into your hands. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Taking a few of these on your own, with your own breath. Really trying to work every muscle. Not just cranking yourself there, but really allowing your spine to work. Notice how my tailbone leads first. We will be using these again later. Just a little teaser. So really concentrate on these movements. Pulling the belly up and in when you come into cat. Really trying to pull the belly button towards the spine. And dropping the belly in cow. Bringing the head and the tailbone closer together. And when you're finished, no, not before, back into our tabletop, lifting our left arm overhead and our right foot back. You know what's about to happen. Connect elbow to knee, bird dog. Trying to squeeze up and in, thinking that cat-cow spine. Squeezing, trying to push up and out of the standing leg. And take these really slowly as possible. One more inhale out. Stay lifted for the exhale. Really pull your limbs apart. One more inhale. And exhale, release down to tabletop. Maybe taking the hips back and forth. Making sure my thing is still working. I hope that it is. All right. Right hand overhead. Left heel back. Strong foundation. Pushing out of your shoulders. Exhale to connect. Inhale out. Exhale in. Constricting and contracting. Making your muscles work for you, not the other way around. Actually, you can work for those muscles, you know. But we are in control of our movements, not the muscles. One more exhale to connect. Inhale to get long and stay lifted for the exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Taking hips back and forth. Tucking your toes. And sitting back onto your heels, slowly rolling your spine up. Feel the nice toe stretch and arch stretch here as we sit here. Oh, start playing around with some wrist movements. Inhale, roll the arms and hands up. Wrist action. As we get to the top, we're just going to start opening and closing our hands as quickly or as slowly as you'd like. The quicker you make it, sometimes the better it is here. So just opening and closing my hands, feeling my toes, feeling my core. One more inhale, push the shoulders and the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, roll them down. One more time, inhale, roll up. Exhale, keep the lift, start moving, your fists open and closed. One more inhale, lift. And exhale, roll those wrists out. Awesome job. Back into tabletop. Keeping the toes tucked. I'm going to lift to a hovering tabletop. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale in. Get really long from the tail to the crown. And exhale, send your hips up and back. Ears in between biceps. First downward facing dog. Feel your Back widen. Feel the spine open up. Feel the chest. And start pedaling the feet out. One heel to the ground at a time, straightening one leg at a time. Breathing, returning to intention. I am healthy in mind and body. I am happy. I am content. Whatever you need today. Putting a generous bend in our knees. Inhale to roll forward to plank. So thinking cat-cow spine. Exhale, bending the knees, sending the hips back up to down dog. Inhale to plank, rolling the spine out, slowly pushing into the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. So notice what we are doing. We are using the cat-cow spine to articulate in down dog. Like a down dog wave. These always look really cool when I see people doing them, but it's such a great thing for spine health. So inhale to plank, exhale to wave the spine back into down dog. Moving with the spine, moving with the breath. Couple more of these, you guys. Really rolling the spine out. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, set the knees down and lower all the way to the ground, keeping those elbows hugged into the ribs. Removing your blanket if you need to. Setting ourselves up for cobra. Baby cobra, not king cobra, but regular cobra. Forehead on the mat, fingertips about in line with your shoulders. Elbows really squeezed into the ribs. Making sure all 10 toenails are tucked into the ground if you can. It's not really going to be realistic, but it's a goal. And sending your hips down into the mat as well. Getting really firm and really strong. We know what muscles we're going to be using, our back muscles. So using our back to really lift ourselves up rather than our hands. You can use your hands, but keep them there as a kickstand, not as a crutch. Inhale, start to lift using your low back, head and neck last. And exhale, reverse that motion, taking it down to the ground, forehead last. And reversing. Inhale up, pushing into the hands. Exhale back down. Maybe the elbows unbend just a little more every inhale. Pushing your chest a little farther up. Just like in bridge, don't forget that whole arch of your spine. You shouldn't just be cranking in one part, but really trying to lift and arch throughout the whole spine. A few more of these on your own. And meeting back face down. Sending ourselves back up into tabletop. Tucking our toes. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Sending the hips up and back. Bending the knees. Looking forward through our hands. Exhale, hop or jump. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, pushing your hands into your shins. Spine nice and long, crown shooting towards the front of the room. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the sky for our first standing pose today. Exhale, swan dive forward, bending in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, weight in the toes, spine long. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees, weight in the toes, hips high. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the sky, head and neck last. Exhale, angel wings, drop your elbows down, send your breastbone up. Inhale, send that breastbone up and send the elbows closer together. Exhale here, maybe sending the head back. Inhale, arms back overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the sky, and you know what's coming next. Exhale, angel wings, elbows go wide, breastbone shoots up. Inhale, even more, maybe taking a slight back bend. Exhale, release down. Forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the sky, really waving that spine. Exhale to hands, heart center. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. Wrists under shoulders, really spiking our heels to the back of the room and lighting up our core. Pressing through our hands, firm foundation. Breathe. Gaze in between hands. Long spine. Inhale to the knife edge of the right foot. Stacking the left foot on top of the right. Sending the left arm overhead. Side plank. If this is too difficult for you, by all means, keep that top foot as a kickstand in front of you or behind you for a little bit more balance play. If you're here, though, stay with me. Nice long breaths in and out, shoulders falling down the back, connecting to the core. And exhale back to plank. Stay lifted. Inhale to the knife edge of the left foot, stacking the right foot or taking the right foot behind or in front of you. Inhale the right hand up, sending the hips up, no collapsing here. Nice long breaths. Shoulders down the back, gaze goes up. Really pressing up and out of the mat. One more inhale, get long, pressing the hips up. And exhale back into plank. Set the knees down, maybe take the knees wide, and send the hips back for child's pose. Setting the forehead on the mat, sending the hands into the mat and the hips back. Keeping that spine really long. So notice how when you push forward with your hands, it opens up your chest even more, and you can send your chest down towards the mat a little bit. Inhale, start to walk your hands towards your knees, sending your torso up. Exhale here. Inhale your hands behind you, fingertips pointed forward, pressing your hips forward and your head and neck back, baby camel. Inhale, pressing the hips forward and the chest, shoulders back. And exhale, release, rolling the spine back to child's pose. Do this one more time. Really feeling our spine work today, guys. Feeling the health, that we are giving to our bodies and our minds. Inhale back to your knees, pointing your hands forward, pressing the hips forward and the head back. Exhale, keep pushing the hips forward and the shoulder blades down. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to child's pose. Feel those quads having worked and the glutes having worked and your spine feeling nice and long here. Return to your core. Return to your breathing. Allow this to now be a restful pose. Maybe taking the head to one side or the other. And taking your hands back and just kind of hugging yourself. And releasing. At this time, you're welcome to stay here, or get up and get a drink, or move around for a second if you need to. How are we doing? Everything going well? Awesome. I'll take that as a yes. Hopefully your spine feels really good and your chest feels nice and open. Water. It tastes so good. Yeah, water. It tastes so good. Started putting our water back in the fridge again for summer in our Brita pitcher, and it's different, but I like it. All right, you guys. Wherever you are, if you stayed in child's pose, if you got a drink, we are going to meet in supine with your spine on the ground and your knees pointed up. Sometimes I get lost, so give me a second here. Just stay there. Continue breathing. Don't stop breathing. Okay. We are here together in supine, getting ready to finish up our practice. I'm so happy you guys decided to join me. Whatever day it is for you, whatever time it is for you, thank you for showing up. I really do appreciate it. You guys are really great. All right. Pushing our low back into the mat, making sure that our core will be working rather than our low back. Sending our shins parallel to the mat here, knees still pointed towards the ceiling. Inhale to push the feet out. And exhale to bring them in slowly. So whenever you extend out, if your low back comes off the mat, just don't extend so far or extend up a little bit more. So you want to keep that low back on the mat. So inhale out, really working all of those ab muscles. Exhale, draw it back in. Pressing into your hands, making sure that your chest, shoulders don't come off the mat. Inhale out. Exhale in. Working that core, you guys. Inhale. Exhale. If you'd like to inhale, open the legs. Exhale. Work the obliques that way. Inhale to a V, pushing the heels out. Exhale in. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Grabbing hold of the knees and just rocking back and forth. Feeling the low back. Taking the heels towards the ceiling this time. We're going to do a couple raise and lowers. So still working the abs, making sure that our low back is not going to come off the mat. If you reach back and try to put your hand underneath it there, you should not be able to. This time we're going to exhale to lower. So pressing our hands to the mat again. Inhale to push the heels up. Exhale to lower. So take it down as far as your back is not lifting off the mat. stronger your core is, inhale back up. Exhale down. The farther down you'll be able to go. Inhale back up. So play around with your edge today and see what things maybe you'd like to work on in the future. Keeping those legs scissored together. Don't let them come apart. They are glued. Couple more of these on your own. Let yourself torture yourself. Maybe even take your hands under your low back to make sure they're not coming off. And on your next exhale, release both legs down to the ground. Shaking it out. Oh, yeah. Nicely done, guys. Taking the right leg long. Inhale the left knee to chest. Grabbing onto the hamstring, behind the hamstring. Straightening the heel again towards the ceiling. Exhale, start to try to pull your thigh to your chest. So we're not trying to pull our leg to our face, but our thigh to our chest. So we can keep a nice bend in the knee here if we need to. But still trying to straighten, because that's where we will feel the stretch the most. Not foot to face, but chest to knee. Pushing our leg that's on the ground into the ground. Keep our hips nice and square. Keep an activation through the spine. If you start to shake here, that's just energy moving through your leg. And know that you're doing it right. Like that is you're finding your edge. You're finding a nice deep stretch for yourself. Nice deep inhales and exhales. Every exhale, try to draw the knee towards the chest a little bit more. Giving a nice bend, a nice flex in the foot, pointing the toes towards the face. And bend the back knee, setting it on the ground, taking the left ankle over the right. Now, if you're only here today and you're just pulling your knee and your foot together, using that back leg as like just a little bit of a weight, that's totally cool. Or if you would like to thread your hands in between and clasp onto your right thigh, trying to keep your shoulders down on the ground and your tailbone on the ground. Start to draw that leg in towards your chest. So kind of the same motion as the other side, but we should feel it more in our right or our left inner hip, our left outer hip, our low back. Breathing and softening. Maybe if you need more of a stretch, taking that bottom leg straight. Releasing both legs back to the ground and twisting. Windshield wiper legs. Switching sides. Right leg out long. Left knee to chest. Grab behind the back hamstring. Maybe start to straighten the leg. And exhale, pulling the chest towards you. Pulling the thigh towards you. Can't pull the chest towards you. Trying to keep the back flattened on the mat. Lengthening that right leg out long. Breathing and pulling. Feeling that stretch in the inner thighs. Feeling that stretch along the back hamstring. Maybe starting to shake a little bit. Vibrate. Let's call it, we're starting to vibrate a little bit. The energy is just so much. Our bodies are so healthy, they're vibrating. That's what it is. And bend that back leg, setting the foot on the floor. And exhale, taking the left ankle over the right knee. Gently with love and care, no forcing. Resetting your back on the mat if you have to. Inhale the legs up, grabbing onto your outer knee and foot or your thigh, your right thigh. And gently pulling it towards you, trying to flatten your back on the mat. So think happy baby here, perhaps. Long inhales and exhales, connecting the core. Softening your face. Sometimes that's hard to remember. Oh yeah, and keeping a flex in both feet, just to make sure we keep our joints nice and safe. And exhale, release both legs. Windshield wiper from side to side. Inhale both knees into chest. Hands out to a T, arms out to a T. Inhale. And exhale, lower both knees to the left side, sending your gaze out to the right. You can have a blanket or a pillow underneath your knees if this is too much of a twist in your back. Allow yourself to relax into it rather than be forced into it. So every inhale, expand. Every exhale, twist. Sliding your shoulders into the mat. Maybe try to slide your shoulders away from your ears again. And see how that helps open your spine a little bit more. One more inhale and exhale. Fully release on the last exhale. Connect to your core. Inhale. Start to take the legs back through center. And exhale them to the other side, switching your blanket, shifting your gaze to the left. Inhale to send your shoulders into the ground and open up through your chest. Exhale to twist and release. Feeling all that work we put into our spine today. Allowing our bodies to just completely receive all of those nutrients. One more inhale. And exhale, soften. Connect to the core. Inhale back through center, pressing the low back into the mat. Exhale, grab onto your outer feet or your hamstrings and pull your feet down for happy baby. Keeping an activation on every inhale, trying to push the heels towards the ceiling. Notice how that sends your tailbone and shoulders into the ground more deeply. Inhale, press up through the heels, sending the tailbone down. Exhale, keep that lift, but try to lengthen the spine even more. And go ahead and soften this pose, taking the resistance out of it and just moving from side to side, massaging your low back on the mat, maybe taking one leg out long at a time, maybe taking both feet in together. Take some movements now that will feel good to you. Maybe rolling the ankles, rolling the wrists. Whatever feels good for you here. Maybe even sending your legs overhead for a plow pose. Ooh, that's a deep spine thing today. Oh, maybe not. Be kind to yourself, you guys. Don't force anything. But just rolling out the back. Rock and roll if you'd like. That does feel good though. Maybe taking another drink. Getting some props for Shavasana. Getting your pillow. Getting your blanket. Setting a pillow under your knees if you'd like. Sometimes that feels really nice. Moving any clothes. Getting everything out of the way. Taking your hair down if that feels good. Push into your hands, into your forearms to send your shoulders down your back. Slowly start to wiggle your arms and feet out to the sides, getting nice and comfortable. Getting all those wigglies out so we can set up for some stillness. It's so important that we take Shavasana after practicing because it really allows our body to just soak up everything that we gave to it during practice. Not only our breath work, not only the work that we put into our spine and our core, but also the work, the mental work, the work that we built around this practice today, being healthy, being mindful, being aware. Just allow everything to seep into your body and allow yourself to just meld with it today. Softening your face. Noticing where your breath is right now. No changing, just observing. Noticing the connections to the mat that you're making. Your heels, the back of your calves, your thighs, your glutes, your back, your shoulders, the back of your head. Start to slowly deepen your breath. Inhale through your nose and through your chest, your belly, all the way to your pelvis. Feel the expansion and then push it out your nose. Inhale, chest, belly, pelvis. Exhale, pelvis, belly, chest. Take a few of those breaths now on your own. Palms up or palms down. Palms up to receive energy, palms down to ground. Start to do a body scan as you continue these deep breaths, working your way from your toes all the way to your head, releasing every part as you think about it. Start to notice the sounds around you once more. Maybe birds are chirping. Maybe there's some wind chimes going on. And then draw your awareness to your heart center. Feel your heart begin to grow. You are now your heart. Your heart is you. You are those intentions that you set for yourself. You are healthy. You are kind. You are strong. You are capable. If your eyes aren't already closed, close them now. Just continue to take up space. You're worth it. And as you continue to lay here, I'm going to read you this passage by Greg Anderson. Wellness is the complete integration of body, mind, and spirit. That realization that everything we do, think, feel, and believe has an effect on our state of well-being. And while that is a short passage, it is everything I want to sum up from this class today. The more you are in tune with everything going on, the healthier you can be. Healthier person, healthier parent, healthier dog mom, healthier you. And that's what we aspire to do anyway. Start to come back into your body, wiggle your hands and your toes, maybe opening your eyes and taking your neck from side to side. Roll over to one side or the other whenever you feel ready and push yourself to a seated position, rolling your spine slowly up, bringing your arms overhead on an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you guys for showing up today, for yourselves, for me, for whatever it was that brought you here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. The light inside of me sees, appreciates, and loves the light inside of you. Go in peace today, you guys. Namaste. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Karate kicks.